Hello everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Online Ranked Duels for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. This is my Kuriboh Monarchs deck, which I made earlier in a stream earlier today. This deck was requested by Frankie Sinatri. My apologies Frankie for releasing this so much later than you asked me when you put the request in. But thank you for putting the request and I really do appreciate that. I also need to apologize to anyone who tried to watch me stream the Kuriboh Monarch deck earlier. I've been having some serious problems with Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I can't seem to maintain a connection to a game. Even after I shut the stream down, I was still having problems, so it doesn't really seem to be on my end, hopefully not, but my internet connection seems to be fine otherwise. But as promised, I said I will bring you a video today so that you guys can see the fruits of the labor that I put in. So this duel is kind of late. It started on turn 2, but that is due to PlayStation 4 limitations. There's only 15 minutes I can record or so, but I do have another duel. I think I have 3 matches actually, which I can put up of this deck in action that I did a little bit earlier today before the stream, just so that I wanted to make sure that it worked. As you can see, I am playing my Kuriboh Monarch deck, and I have used my Kuriboh to block my attacks. And that's what a lot of this duel is going to be for the first part of it. There's going to be a lot of stalling in this duel because that's what Kuribohs do. They stop your opponent from damaging you. And it'll take a little while for things to really get moving here. But when it does, you'll really be able to see how effective this deck can be. My opponent, Worth It, I've never played him before, but he's playing what looks like Yang Zines. And he has played Gold Sarcophagus to search a card from his deck and banish it from his deck, so that he can add it to his hand in 2 turns. Let's see what he's going to choose. Any minute now, hopefully. Maybe not, maybe yes, maybe not. While he takes his time to think, I will say this: there are still a lot of new people joining this game. This game does not seem to be dying in any shape or form. It just seems to be harder to make connections. There was a couple of people on stream sending me comments. Shout outs to D2 Crazy, or is it D32 Crazy? I'm sorry if I can't remember completely. Lucas and Frog, and there was a few others as well. My apologies, I've forgotten all the names. But had lots of questions in the stream and really appreciated that. And my opponent is now attacking with his Yang Z monster, and I'm going to use Ghost Trick Jack Frost to stop the attack, flip his monster face down, and special summon Ghost Trick Jack Frost. This is really good because this monster has very low defense, and I could even potentially use Jack Frost to destroy it in my next turn. But yeah, back to those gentlemen. Those gentlemen were asking, man, I've completely lost my train of thought. We're just commenting saying that they've also had problems with connections. It's not just me on my end, and I really hope not. You know, we've done a couple of streams here on the channel so far, and Destiny's been is one of those we've done quite a bit of, and haven't really had any problems running Destiny online. And with all the data that game needs, I wouldn't expect that Yu-Gi-Oh! Would have much problems. I wonder if it's a weekend thing. It might be a thing where just sometimes on the weekends, because there's so many people in the area using the internet, lots of people do gaming at home around this time on the weekend in the UK, and maybe that's what's kind of making me struggle a bit. I don't know, but hopefully I will sort it out. Anyway, so Ghost Trick Jack Frost is attacking the face down monster, but I noticed that Suwani, Fire of the Yang Zing, also has an effect that when this card you control is destroyed by battle, he gets to special summon another card. So I played Vanity's Emptiness first to stop that and stun my opponent a little bit, and now I'm going to flip Jack Frost back down so that he's nice and safe, and I won't take any damage if he is destroyed in battle next turn. Also going to set down Hane Kuriboh, or Winged Kuriboh for us English speaking folks, and got a nice little wall set up here. I really enjoy the Kuriboh Monarchs deck. It's pretty much just a Monarch deck, to be honest with you, but with Kuriboh cards in it. Kuriboh cards are very versatile, and in the stream that I was doing, I originally intended to make 3 Kuriboh decks, and I kind of showed off the ideas I had for those decks. However, I realized that it would take a little bit longer than I expected to, because I was missing a few cards. I will finish those off, and I will show them off, especially the Kuriboh Berserk deck. I definitely want to finish that one off because I think that could be fun, but bear with me while I farm more cards and get more points. My points are pretty low in this game as it is at the moment, and Kuriboh Monarchs, it does work. Gonna put my opponent for 800 attack, not really much damage. At this point, I'm really just hoping I can draw into a Monarch as soon as possible. Not an issue I normally run into with a Monarch deck, but that's fine. And Ghost Trick is gonna flip back down, and yeah, we're gonna see what my opponent does next. I've been speaking recently to Revan619, and Revan619 has been slowly transitioning away from Yugioh Legacy of the Duelist. I think he's almost finished all of his decks now, and he's been making final version of his decks, saying goodbye to the game and moving on to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, or is it Duelist Network? I'm not sure which one he's using. I think it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, and he's been commenting on what the meta is like right now, and the game is pretty crazy, pretty crazy. Apparently, we're back to a meta where pretty much just one deck is the strongest in the meta. Pendulum decks are really quite strong right now, and of course that's what Konami wants. They want to make those cards really strong so they can sell and make money off of them, and that kind of sucks. I really think that kind of sucks. I'm not the biggest fan of pendulum decks. I really think it kills the game. Not kills the game, people are still going to play the game, but it really takes it away from its bare roots. I have no idea how to build a pendulum deck, and the idea that we have these cards that are monsters and spell cards at the same time is pointless in my opinion. We already have effects on monsters, why do they need to be mixed up as spell cards as well? It just breaks the game even more. I mean, it got so bad the other night, they completely released a new ban list because they realized the game has become so broken with the cards they released in Bosch. I can't remember what Bosch stands for, but that's the recent TCG expansion or card set that's been released, and the cards in that deck have just been ridiculous. Revan619 says that the current best deck costs $900. $900 for cards, you know, that's just pointless. Now, I've never really been one that plays top tier decks, but I do like to be able to try and compete with underdog decks, but it seems less and less likely, but we'll find out when this game is updated. I don't really have the desire right now to go and play Duelist Network again or Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but I might do so I'm not behind when an announcement date has been released for Legacy of the Duelist to be updated. Anyway, stuff is finally happening in this duel. My opponent got rid of all my monsters, and he's got Red Eyes Darkness Mental Dragon out on the field by banishing his Element Dragon. He's equipped it with Vicious Claw, a card I've never really seen before, to be honest with you. It has really cool artwork, but it increases his monster's attack by 300, and he can return that card to his hand when his monster's destroyed, I guess. I have no idea, but yeah, he's going to attack me with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, but he hasn't realised that he destroyed my Winged Kuriboh, which means I'm not going to take any damage this turn, and now he's going to go over to main phase 2. Thankfully, I had a second copy of Vanity's Emptiness, so I could stun him again, and his Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon won't be getting 3 special summons this turn, and I can kind of just stall him out for a little bit. Still going to be stalled in a bit. This is what kind of is off-putting about the Kuribohs. The Kuribohs, they're really good at stalling, but they don't generate advantage for you, and even though I can block a couple of my opponent's attacks, it's going to take a little while until I build up my momentum. I really need to draw into a Monarch or some kind of tribute monster in order to get the ball rolling here. Anyway, back to Worth It's turn, and we'll see how this goes. Really looking forward to the games that come out this year for Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, if you guys are not aware, there are 3 brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Games coming out this year, plus Legacy of the Duelist is going to be updated. I'm looking forward to seeing or hearing more about that. There should be one coming out in the spring, so once we get past February, there should be some game coming out in the spring on iOS or Android devices. I wonder what that's going to be like. I hope it's not a gacha style Yu-Gi-Oh! Game. I really hate gacha style games. I had the Final Fantasy Portal app on my phone recently, and that game is just like meh. Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle is also pretty meh. These games where you have to log in every day, hope for a random drop of a good card, and you can pay money if you really want to get the good cards quickly. I have no interest in that. I hope this Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't follow that trend, but it very could well, because people like money, and that's what's most important in the world. To some, at least. Anyway, still defending, still blocking. Kuriboh is protected by life points. I wonder why Frankie Sinatra wanted a Kuriboh deck done. Maybe he just went to see that character. Kuriboh is a cute, cuddly little monster, although he's not really... he's never really been competitive. And I don't know why at this point I decided to take the hit. Maybe, I don't know why, I think I just forgot to use Kuriboh. There was no reason for me to take the damage there. But I did it, so it's done. And there's another copy of Monarchs Stormforth, but no Monarchs yet. I'm still kind of stunning my opponent. I don't want to use Pot of Duality because I don't want to lose Vanity's Emptiness. So what I'm planning to do at this point is I'm planning to discard the last Kuriboh, and if I can't get what I need after this turn, then I probably will play Pot of Duality and get rid of Vanity's Emptiness. But let's see. Well, if he has a lot of cards in the field, he can still make things happen. And he probably doesn't think I have anything to stop him right now. And he plays a Wingbeat of a Giant Dragon, a card which I wrote off many years ago. You return one level 5 or higher dragon monster you control from your hand to the field. From your field to the hand, I always get those backwards. And then you can destroy all cards on the field. But before that happens, I am going to special summon a Kuriboh. I'm going to add one, not special summon one, I'm going to add one from my deck to my hand. That way I can block his attacks this turn and won't take any damage. He's going to take back Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, and he's going to lose all those cards just so that he can clear my field. I hope it was worth it, dude. Right, let's see what he's going to do. I expect that he's going to bring back Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon again, but we will see. He sends a card from his hand to the graveyard, another card from his hand to the graveyard, another card from his hand to the graveyard, and he brings out Montage Dragon. Didn't really expect him to be using this card, but there we go. Montage Dragon. I think it takes the attack of all the monsters you sent from your hand to the graveyard, and therefore he's got 6,600 attack. But that's not going to go through. My hairy balls are going to stop that attack going through. No matter how big your monster is, my smelly hairy balls will stop that and protect me from harm. Delicious. What amazing commentary I had today. Sorry guys, sorry. Just waiting for this to pick up a bit. Pot of Duality. Dig through my deck please and get me a good card. There we go. Finally got Caius. Finally. Jesus Christ, that took long. Yep, gonna add Caius to my hand. Not March of the Monarchs. March of the Monarchs is pretty good too. Just give me the card right now. And therefore I can tribute summon. The Monarchs Stormforth is such a good card. I need to check the balance. Did they restrict that card at all? Because it's such a good card. Someone gave me an idea for a deck while I was streaming. That was to use the Monarch Stormforth with Great Marju Garzet. That is a hilarious idea. I'm definitely going to be building a deck with that sometime in the near future, once I'm done with this Kuriboh craze. Bye bye Montage Dragon. Welcome Caius. And Caius is now going to banish the face down card. And now I'm going to swing. And now, after all of that, my opponent has one card in his hand left. I'll be very surprised if he's able to make a comeback. As I always say, this game is about advantage, it's about counting cards. Don't waste your cards. If you have no cards, you can't play. It's really that simple. And he destroyed so many cards. He destroyed, what, 4 of them thanks to his wing beat. And he took 3 of them out for his Montage Dragon. That's a lot of resources to be spending. Whilst I still have pretty much a full hand. Alright, back to me. I don't really need to tribute summon this turn, but I will play. Well, am I going to play? I'll play Wing Kuriboh. No, I'm not even going to play that. Let's just attack with Caius again. And that's going to swing for 2400. One more turn should do this. I'm going to set one card. Let me set down Wing Kuriboh just in case I need some protection, but I really have more protection than I need. And if I need to tribute summon again, I just need to get a monster really in order to make that work. And let's see what he does. Does he have any response for this turn? He has a face down card. Could be Mirror Force or something that could stop my monster. Sorry for tapping the mic there. And but I still have other cards that can deal with this. But let's see what happens. Let's flip summon Wing Kuriboh. And let's attack with both of them and see if I can seal this. Wing Kuriboh attacks. Do a little poke for 300. And now Caius. Wing Kuriboh's attacks on through. Caius, make me proud. Wrap this up, please. And there it goes. Good game to you, worth it. Thank you for playing me. And guys, there will be more Kuriboh Monarch decks videos coming up in the near future. My apologies again for the failed stream, but I will sort that out and I will try it again soon. See you next time, guys. Take care.